time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning.
Kevin is the host.
And his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Call till you spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. Your Thursday morning is on. Time to get going, everybody. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
It's good to see you guys here today.
You too.
Mm-hmm.
We made it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I can tell every day. I can tell what day of the week it is by how I feel. It feels like Thursday today.
Your bones are telling you?
Yeah, I feel like maybe I could do this in one more show, and then that would be it.
And I need to lay.
And then, Pops has got to lay down a little bit.
I was talking to Sweet Denny's. This week has kind of gone by a little slower than normal, at least for me, and I'm not sure why, because the weeks usually go by pretty quick.
Yeah.
This one kind of dragging.
Okay.
I'm not sure why. Did you guys feel that too?
Every week kind of drags for me. Not going to lie.
This one has been a little tough, yeah. I don't know why, but it's just been a lot of like outside chaos.
Yeah, outside distraction, I think, making it kind of slower.
I don't like them.
Okay. Well, either way, we're all together. We're soldiering through here for a Thursday, getting you to the weekend. You can dial us up right now if you want to check out KVJ TV. Put us on your flat screen. On my way here, I was excited. I got an email update. Remember we were reading that email from the mom that was secretly dating her son's baseball coach?
Yes.
And her ex-husband flips the bill for the lessons and everything else in the kid's life.
That was scandalous.
Got a big update on that.
Oh.
Yeah. And remember somebody texted and said, hey, I wonder if this is my kid's baseball team because there was a major blowout between the coach and a dad.
There was a fight that happened locally.
Yeah. At a baseball diamond that weekend. That was them.
That
was them. Yeah, so we got an update.
Juicy.
It's some pretty good stuff. Yeah, so that was them. People are going, yeah, I wonder if this is all tying together because this really kind of fits the scenario you guys read. So it was.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, so about 7:20, we'll give you the update and let you know how things worked out with that. So we got a lot of stuff to do here on the Thursday KVJ Show.
It's the KVJ.
Dirt of the day.
It's the KVJ.
Dirt of the day.
Virginia, take it away.
Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, some more details about that crash that Tiger Woods was in and just how serious his injuries were coming up in a sec. Before we get into that, if you're a fan of Frasier, you'll be excited to know that it sounds like they're going to revise the classic sitcom and Kelsey Grammer is coming back.
Okay.
For Paramount Plus's streaming service version of it. He is very excited. Dr. Fraser Crane is coming back.
Do we know about casting? Because I believe the guy who played the father in that show is no longer alive. So,
Probably.
Yeah. So I would imagine, obviously.
But I think him and David Hyde Pierce are coming back.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
Denny's and his wife loves that show. They kind of got me into it. It's a cozy show.
It is a cozy show. But what will you do without the dad? That was a big part of it.
He was. I don't know if it's, there's some characters you just couldn't even imagine doing the show without. And I think you could do the show without his dad.
If they did it how they do Cobra Kai, they still have Mr. Miyagi in there. They cut back to old scenes.
Okay.
So it's very nostalgic for old dogs like me. If they did it that way, I think it could possibly work.
Okay.
Old dogs like you also love Happy Gilmore. How would you feel about Adam Sandler doing a Happy Gilmore 2?
I love Happy Gilmore. It's one of my favorite movies, and I don't know if a part 2 is needed.
I just watched it over the weekend with my son Cannon. He's almost 13. It's a PG-13 movie, and so I just want to see if it holds up. We laughed out loud, many different parts of it, but I'm with Jay-Bird. It just doesn't fit. It was because you had a young, brash Happy Gilmore, a young Adam Sandler when he did that. That movie was made in, 96, something like that?
It was.
So now you look at where it would be, and I think it fit. It was just young. It was irreverent. It was golf. There were a lot of elements that worked with it. Now he's older. What, is he going to still play that kind of like brash?
Here's my fear. It would just be Grown Ups Part 4. I just don't. I don't know.
Well, like it or not, it sounds like you might be getting it.
Well, I think he'd be up for it.
Okay, here he is talking about it.
Has not been discussed, but it certainly has been discussed on the internet. Believe me, that senior tour idea, it would be so amazing.
I am double in. Yes, I would love to do it. Everybody's been screaming for it. Like Adam said, it would be a complete blast. The senior tour with us too. Oh my God.
Okay, that's the guy who played Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, so a senior tour is a great concept. It's really good.
It could be kind of interesting.
It
And maybe it's
could.
an update of where Happy Gilmore's career went.
Yeah.
Did he actually become something in golf?
I mean, the concept of a senior tour is awesome.
If it's carefully written, maybe it could work.
All right, I'm back in, Virginia.
Okay, you're back in. And finally, here, details about just how extensive the injuries were to Tiger Woods' legs. He had fractures that were in the upper and lower parts of his tibia and his fibula, meaning that the breaks had led to bone splintering that had broke
Wow.
through the
Yeah.
skin.
Jeez.
Oh,
That's gnarly.
they had to put metal rods and screws and pins all throughout his legs and feet. And wow, it just sounds like mobility in the future may be a big issue because he wasn't even back to playing because of the back surgeries.
Right.
So when you compound all that back stuff with now the leg stuff, it sounds like it's just a lot for one human.
It is. He had made the comment that he doesn't want to see it end like this, and I get it. He loves golf and wants to play.
A comment like that just sets up the comeback story, Virginia.
Yeah, I think for him emotionally right now, it would be tough for Tiger Woods to say, so that was it. This is how my career ends.
He's going to give it the old college try.
Yeah, he just may not fully understand what he's up against. I don't know.
But this is all setting up the comeback. The media talking about the guy's down and out. There's no way he's ever coming back. They'd be playing those clips.
Pins and rods.
Yeah.
Shattered leg.
This is the setup for the comeback.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we're going to have to stay tuned. The comeback ain't happening anytime soon.
Well, that is true.
It's going to be a while. I don't think you'll see him back playing golf till maybe at the earliest 2022.
Yeah, I would think it would, without a doubt. He's looking at a solid, I'd say 6 months to a year of rehabilitation, I would imagine. So, and golf is kind of getting ready to start ramping up here for the season. Masters is a couple months away, so.
Get him next year, Tiger.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at KVJShow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind?
Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I keep eyeballing the date, July 2nd, because that's when Top Gun 2 is supposed to come out. That's the new release date. I kind of want to get your guys' opinion on our Tom Cruise cruise.
Okay.
Do we think this is something that can happen in July? If you had to guess, I know you guys are not psychics, but is that a KVJ event that could happen, or do I need to get that out of my head? Bird, you're living in La La Land.
I don't know why I couldn't.
Do you see that happening with social distancing and our company going, oh yeah, you guys can get on a boat and have people close together by July?
I don't know. I hope so. I'm very optimistic.
Well, I bring it up because we're heading into March, and we kind of, if we're going to do it, we should lock up the boat and all that stuff and how we're going to do it sooner than later, because we want to be at the end of April, middle of May.
And that's when the Tom Cruise movie's coming out.
As of right now, they're saying July 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, I mean, the Tom Cruise cruise, if you don't know, I'm sure you have heard about it, but if you haven't, it's a cruise we all go on together, or a boat ride, and we all dress as our favorite Tom Cruise character.
I think it's awesome. I mean, could this be the start of the events where we say, hey, all vaccinated people that want to come, that win a ticket are welcome?
Oh, boy, I have fun with writing that contest up. The vaccinated Tom Cruise cruise contest.
I mean,
So
we talked about that eventually happening, like...
I think it's too far out right now to be able to say with any certainty, but I think the first step is the boat company that we're going to use, see where they are and what their thoughts are. That would tell you a lot.
They've been sailing.
Okay.
I
well,
think
then,
they're ready to go.
All right. Well, then they're good to go. And let's find out what safety precautions they're taking. And then I think everything has a risk factor. You know, they've broken it down to how risky it is to go eat, to go to a movie, to take a walk. And so we can look at where that puts it on the risk factor. And then there are other things that people are doing that, like, you know, whether it's a vaccination or you've had it or you have a negative test or whatever it might be. So we can add in all those factors. It's not going to be as easy as what we originally planned, where there's no pandemic and you just walk on a boat and let's get hammered.
But life is not going to be as easy as we had planned.
So are you trying to tell me if we do a KVJ event, people probably cannot get in if they have not been vaccinated? Is that what I'm reading between the lines?
I don't know. I mean, that's
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's a way that you can ensure the safety of the people in that area, all on top of each other on the boat. I mean, we've seen what happens on the boat.
I thought that's what Virginia said. Me as a journalist, I have to ask these questions.
I would just say it's complicated, and there's a lot of questions that you have to answer.
It's
and
complicated.
We don't have a lot of answers right now.
It's like a Facebook relationship status. It's complicated.
Yeah,
Trevor.
it is. But I would say it's possible. I would actually put it right now at likely, because, you know, right now you are talking about 4 months from now. And so what will life look like in 4 months? And I think people are optimistic. Hopefully by summer you'll start seeing some normalcy, and Florida is showing more than most.
And if I don't cut my hair by July, what Tom Cruise do I go as? Legends of the Fall?
No, I think you go from Born on the 4th of July.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, it'd be
Rock of
handy.
Ages.
You could be in a wheelchair, so you don't have to worry about, you know, your balance.
There's a lot of ideas we could
You
do
just have
here.
to lock down the wheels when you get on the boat, or else you just might go, you know, drifting right over the edge.
If you shaved your beard, you could easily go as a Pete Mitchell Maverick.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
with
that's
the
a bold
jacket,
statement.
with
That's
the
a bold
glasses.
statement. Okay, maybe.
Virginia, I know what you're going to do. You're going to do risky
Risky
business.
business, you know what I do.
Shock the world and go as Jerry Maguire. Come in a suit. Keep on saying, show me the money.
That's going to be old real
You
quick.
have to do that the entire time.
A suit on a boat?
Just to let you know, if you do want to see the Top Gun Maverick, they've made an announcement with Paramount Plus that they're going to be shortening the amount of time that their movies are going to be in theaters only. And the Tom Cruise movies, Mission Impossible 7 and the Top Gun Maverick, are two that are only going to be in theaters exclusively for 45 days. And then they'll go to that new Paramount Plus platform that has taken over CBS All Access. That streaming service launches on March 4th. Remember the Super Bowl commercials they did for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is going to be coming out on March 4th. So you'll be able to see those two movies 45 days after opening, and A Quiet Place Part 2 will only be 45 days after it opens September 17th. And they say most other Paramount movies are only going to wait 30 days before they hit that platform.
Gotcha. We have our first KVJ retraction of the day. I have to take something back. I guess Tom Cruise is not in Legends of the Fall.
Okay.
He was in one of those movies where he had long hair.
That was Brad Pitt was in that.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. I'm
Yeah.
getting
You
my...
can go as Brad Pitt to your Tom Cruise
It'd
party.
be really confusing. And that's what you like to do.
I do like to confuse people.
You do like to confuse people. Show up as Brad Pitt to a Tom Cruise cruise.
I don't hate it.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I need something to help me get like motivated and on track to start doing physical activity. I got to have a plan. So the guys that were our dancers at Stars Ball last year, Digital Vibes is their name. They work with youth to teach them technology and teach them all kinds of fun things and help them get out of the inner city situations that they're in. They're a really, really great group. And so they've teamed up with Palm Help Foundation, and starting on March 1st, it's the Let's Move Palm Beach County Commitment to Change. And all you have to do is sign up and then commit to do 30 minutes a day each and every day in the entire month of March. And so it's going to help me start moving again. If there's anybody else out there that is like, oh, I need to start moving. My butt's too big. This is a great incentive for all of us to do it together. You can actually join Team KVJ. Just go to letsmovepbc.org and we can all do it together. And then it's like a competition too. You log your minutes and you compete against other people in the community.
Okay.
So wouldn't it be fun to take home the trophy?
I like trophies.
Register to participate today at letsmovepbc.org and you can join Team KVJ.
Okay. Well, you know, they say that everything always seems to come back into fashion. This is some great news if you've got cargo pants. Apparently, they're back in style.
I never stopped.
Did
Yeah.
you keep yours, Kev?
I've got my cargo shorts. I didn't really ever have cargo pants.
Okay.
But cargo shorts, I think I just got rid of them. Dang it.
I do have a lot of cargo shorts.
Okay, well, no word on that. It's the cargo pants. If you had the cargo pants, those are back in style. Still waiting to hear about the frayed camo cargo shorts that so many people did. And I know we had that debate because some people go, you know, it's out of style. And I was still wearing mine. And, you know, to me, whatever.
I love a camo short. I love them. I love camo shorts. I think they're great.
And the cargo's great. Those pockets were very handy.
Although you can lose keys in those pockets. You think,
You
I'm like,
can,
I
yeah.
can't find my keys.
Oh, and
but
they're
they're
there.
in there.
You can lose your friend in the bushes, too.
Yeah, you can.
Camo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It works.
They say what is doing this is many of today's top hip hop artists are wearing the cargo pants.
Ah.
And so that's how you know if something is in style. If a trendy hip hop star is wearing it, then it is in style.
Somebody's telling me the mullet kind of is softly coming back in style. It's not the low budget one, though.
Well, there are people who have tried it. Miley Cyrus had it for a while. That Morgan Wallen, that even if you don't know country music, you probably heard his name because he got canceled. He has a mullet.
Is his mullet canceled or just him?
It was just him, but
Okay.
I don't think he minds. He has the #1 album in America again. And so
I don't care. Y'all cancel me.
all radio
Shoot.
stopped playing him, and it affected him nada.
So if he got canceled and he's still making money,
Basically, radio just canceled itself.
Damn,
It's like,
radio doesn't
well,
matter.
then he's
Yeah.
not canceled then.
No, he's not canceled. He's still #1 and has been through the whole thing. So that's not a great canceling. So
All right.
yeah.
I don't have to do any stupid radio interviews. Sweet.
Yeah, he's actually winning. He doesn't have to do any.
Screw you, radio.
Yeah, nice statement, radio. We'll show you. Yeah. So the mullet, I haven't seen it on any hip hop stars, and that would be odd. I don't know if hip hop stars have ever really worn mullets.
It's a country thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll do the research. I don't think there's ever been a hip hop star with a mullet.
I'm trying to think. The only ones I can think of is the guys. What was their name? They were actually a group in. Remember House Party?
Yes.
Kid and Play.
Yes, and remember the bad guys that kept chasing them? They were actually a hip hop group themselves. And I thought, didn't one of those guys have a mullet? Kind of a perma mullet kind of thing?
Maybe.
I'm
Okay,
looking
I have
it
to
up.
check. That might be the only one that I know of in hip hop culture that has ever been a mullet. So we'll look into that. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, going to play a fun little game, 2 Truths and a Lie. Virginia, you and I are the judges, and we're going to have Jaybird, Denny's, and Suits. They are going to each tell us 2 truths and a lie. We got to try to figure out which is which.
I love it.
Yes. All right, so we're going to get to that coming up in minutes here on the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
One of them is a liar, Virginia. We got to just try to figure out who it is that is telling the lie. 2 truths and a lie. We have got Jaybird, we have got Denny's, and we have got Suits. 2 of them will be honest. 1 of them will be liar, liar, pants on fire.
I hope y'all come with some juicy stories.
Well, why don't you just pipe down?
Okay. She's already demanding excellence.
I know it's gonna be hard for you just to listen, but
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We're going to start off. Jaybird, tell us your story.
well, you know, I have visited Oregon several times with my sister. Well, there was one time I was in Oregon where I was there to see my sister, but I was also there to see a woman, and we made sweet Oregon love night after night for about 3 nights, and it was amazing.
Liar. Oh, sorry. Not yet, right? Sorry. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
She is now taken a lover. She's married now, but I still think about sweet Shannon.
Shannon.
Oregon Shannon.
Oregon Shannon.
Okay.
Was it on one of the trips where we were there?
No. That I will answer, but that is all I will answer.
Okay. That's Jaybird's story. Is that real or is that a lie?
Shannon.
Okay. What you got for us, Denny's?
Well, so when I was younger, they started coming out with these scented candles, and as a kid, I used to eat them thinking that they were edible, and I would eat them a ton. And then one day there was a TV special about how kids are eating candles, and my mom got worried because she noticed I wasn't eating a lot. And they took me to the doctor, and they looked at my gut, and I had a ton of wax in there.
Whoa.
Dang.
Okay. That's
Kids
believable.
kids are so dumb.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, they trick you with those candles because they smell delicious, some of them. Not fair. All right, Suits. 2 truths and a lie. Let's see if yours is real or fake.
Well, I wasn't honest with you guys before. I was actually in that Walmart when we got the listener email about the panties. I didn't want to tell you guys because I had started seeing someone. It was still fairly new, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I wasn't there for the panties. I was shopping, and I walked down the aisle. I just passed it. I figured, let me see if there's something in here. I didn't buy anything, but I was there. I just didn't want to make a big deal out of this new relationship I was in.
Okay.
Oh, it's going nowhere if you give her Walmart panties.
Well, that's why I didn't.
Some guy gives me Walmart panties. I'm like, bye.
You don't have to know where they're from.
Roll back prices, dog.
You better roll back your ass into Victoria's Secret at least.
It's on a budget.
Walmart panties.
I work in radio. I got these choices I have to make.
Okay.
My goodness.
All right, Virginia. Which of these 3 do you right now think would be a lie? 2 of them are truths. 1 of them only is a lie.
I believe Denny's is the truth.
I do too. That felt real.
That felt real.
Yeah.
And kids are stupid. We all know this.
Yeah, plus candles smell
They
delicious.
do. If they tasted like they smelled, I would eat candles too.
They almost tricked me. Okay, so we'll rule Denny's out. So it's between Bird and Suits. Which one of those 2 is a liar, liar, pants on fire?
Shannon.
I know, right?
Sweet Oregon love.
I'm very into this Shannon story. I really want Shannon to be real.
Yeah, but is it too good to be true? And would he be this forthcoming?
I don't know. I think I heard something about him and some kind of liaison through Oregon, through his sister, somebody
Oh,
she
really?
worked with. I believed I heard some story at some point.
Okay.
But you also are crazy, too. You hear a lot of things.
Your sister wanted to hook you up with somebody, and somebody she worked with, and
Okay. All right.
could that have been Shannon?
We'll think it through here, and then we'll come back and take our guess. Which one is a lie? Okay, 2 truths and a lie, we heard. Jaybird told a story about hooking up with a chick named Shannon when he went to go see his sister in Oregon. Is that true? Denny said as a kid he was eating candles on the sly, and when his parents finally took him to the hospital to see why he wasn't eating, they found a bunch of wax in his tummy. And then we'd had a listener call in and said that they had seen Suits in the panty section at Walmart. He denied it at the time, but now he's confessing, saying that that actually was true, that that was him that they saw. Okay, Virginia, which do you think was the liar here? We thought Denny's was telling the truth, so we both ruled him out, but was that the right move or not?
I don't know, Kevin.
I hear
They
ya.
all did a good job. Let me just say that.
Yeah, they did.
So you don't really know.
I don't really know, but I'm leaning.
Okay. You're leaning on, you think Suits
Is the liar.
is the liar. Okay. So far, the response is kind of mixed. Some people think that Denny's was the liar. Some people think that Bird was the liar.
Perhaps not.
I just hope Shannon's real.
Okay.
I'd be so proud of you.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be so nice. You'd be like, yeah, you got it, Bird.
It would be surprising.
Got that Oregon tang. Good for you.
All right, take it easy.
But is Suits, I mean, is anybody really going to be trolling the, like if you're looking for a love interest. You brought up a good point, Virginia. Are you going to Walmart for that?
I know you're on a budget, but
But I wasn't in Walmart for that. I just happened to walk down the aisle because I passed it and I figured, what the heck? Let me see what's here.
oh, interesting.
Okay.
I didn't go out of my way for that.
Interesting.
I mean, I can see how you do end up in the panty section at Walmart. It can happen.
I can see you more in there.
Accidentally, I should say. You go there for a frozen pizza, you end up in the panty section.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Bird is the liar.
You don't think Shannon's real?
I don't see that. There's a couple things that just I can't believe Bird would be that forthcoming. Shannon's just I don't know. I don't know why I don't see Bird with a Shannon, Virginia.
I do. He had a Shannon.
Okay.
He could have two Shannons.
I actually did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
He could have two.
That's all right. I'm going to stick with Bird, though. That's the one I'm going with. Okay, so who was telling the lie?
It's a good guess. Maybe I want to switch mine.
Okay. Virginia's going Suits. I'm going Bird. We're two truths and a lie. Who is the liar? Speak up.
I'm the liar. Virginia's right. I was not in that Walmart.
Virginia. I'm able to talk about it because it was a while ago.
Uh-huh.
And there's a little backstory with the whole Shannon thing.
Shannon.
Because I was in Oregon and I was introduced through my sister.
I knew it.
She and myself, we kind of played like a game. Like we changed our names for kind of like a role playing thing.
Cat and mouse. Yes.
How about that?
She was Shannon. That's not her real name. I was Robbie. Obviously not my real name. And I was on a business trip. It was kind of a fun little thing.
Wow. Look at you.
But it was so long ago. She's married now.
Oh,
Shannon's
okay.
not her real name. And you can't really,
Yeah.
you know.
But
that is a real
But
story.
you had nights of passion?
3
Were you at
Whoa.
Shannon's house or your sister's?
hotel.
Wow.
An Oregon hotel.
Was it in Portland?
No, it wasn't in Portland. It was in not that far from my sister's place.
Wow.
No wonder he loved going to Oregon. I was wondering, he's going through a lot to get to Oregon.
I was there to see my sister.
I'm coming, Shannon.
Whoa. All right.
It was so long ago.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
How about that?
You don't have any pictures of her, do you?
I knew you were going to ask that. We can look later.
Oh.
That's a good revelation.
I'm dying to look.
Suits did a good job too.
Yeah,
He
did.
did.
I thought I was convincing.
Yeah.
He did.
Got
He
me.
did.
Got me. I got fooled on
here's
Virginia.
the thing. Here's how I knew Suits was lying. You were trying too hard to convince us with your body movements and your face. You were like, yes. You kept nodding yes. Like you were trying to put yes in my head that it was true and it
I
was
guess
real.
it worked on Kevin.
It did work on Kevin, but Kevin's a guy. I'm a girl. I can spot a liar better.
You wanted Sweet Oregon love to be so real.
I did. I'm fascinated by Shannon.
They say that you can look at people's mannerisms to tell somebody's lying.
Yeah, but I'm not good at that usually. Like if you're just talking to somebody, I can't tell if they're lying.
Virginia's a terrible liar. She can't do it. It's really tough I can always tell if you are just not telling the truth, which is very easily, it comes out quickly.
My face does not hold a secret. I'd be a terrible poker player.
They did research on this on basically the game we just played, and they noticed that people who used slower speech and put less emphasis on the middle of a word were lying.
Because are they thinking it through so they don't blow a detail?
I guess because the brain has a hiccup because it knows what is real and what is fake. And it can automatically detect these changes even when not actively trying to determine whether somebody's being honest or not. So if you ever that feeling like, I don't know why I don't believe them, that's the reason why. Your brain is picking up on those mannerisms of the slower speech and the less emphasis on the middle word. And you're like, they are lying. Who would have known?
Isn't it also another sign of lying if someone goes into so many details about something to the point where it's so specific? Well, I made a left on 4th Street. There was a guy eating a bologna sandwich. The bologna had mustard on it. You go, all right, how many details do we need here?
It's kind of a mix, yeah. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
What was Shannon wearing?
Well, come on. All right. Let's not make this...
Well, it was 3 nights, Virginia. I would imagine she was wearing nothing.
I need to know everything.
Let's not make this vulgar.
Too late. Been hearing the stories about Aaron Rodgers' new fiancée, Shailene Woodley. and how she didn't even know that Aaron Rodgers was some famous quarterback.
Whatever. Billy Joel's, one of his wives he had acted like she had no idea. Billy Joel went, Piano Man? I thought it was the name of a bar. You sing Piano Man? I'm not
That
buying
wasn't for his money or for his fame.
I'm not buying it.
I'd be with him anyway. So I've got a round here of celebrity relationship upgrade or downgrade, because a lot of these big names like to go from one big name to the next. But when they do, have they gotten a better version or have they gotten the worse version?
A lot of them can't be alone. They jump at a relationship into another relationship all the time.
It's good for PR.
I guess.
Helps their career a lot of times. Some of them do it for that reason. And you're right, some of them just can't be alone. So what do you think about Aaron Rodgers? He went from Danica Patrick pretty quickly to Shailene Woodley, who he then proposed to. What would you say, upgrade or downgrade, Virginia, between the two?
I mean, they're both adorable brunettes.
Yeah.
I think Danica might have a slight edge on hotness.
Mm-hmm.
But at least by the character she's played in movies, Shailene seems sweeter.
Okay.
I think Danica was a handful. I mean, she's probably used to being a boss.
I think Aaron Rodgers, because he went Olivia Munn to Danica Patrick.
He did.
To Shailene Woodley. And Olivia Munn might be a handful as well. So maybe he finally he met somebody that was easy, low maintenance.
She might be sweet.
And he tapped out. He's like, okay.
He's like, all right, finally, I got a sweet one.
Not as young as I used to be.
She's pretty lippy though.
Is she?
Yeah, she gets on social media.
Shailene Woodley does?
He's definitely gonna get involved in some Twitter stuff, possibly.
Like politics?
I think so, yes.
Oh, that's annoying.
I knew who Danica Patrick was. I don't really know who Shailene Woodley is.
I'm going Danica.
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, but she wasn't in the...
Yeah, if I had to say, I feel Aaron Rodgers has gone down. So I'm going to say downgrade.
Dang.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the overall picture here.
I know, yeah. I'm trying to add it all in, too.
But he's got a type, though. He likes a brunette.
Yeah, he does. What about Olivia Wilde? She went from Jason Sudeikis to Harry Styles.
That's an upgrade.
See, I'm a Sudeikis fan, so I think it's a downgrade.
I think it's an upgrade because think about where Harry is in his career. I mean, he is red hot.
Yeah, he is. He's just got that. You know you're sexy when you can put on
a dress.
A dress. And people are like, he looks so hot.
Oh, my God, Harry Styles.
If I put on a dress, it ain't going to go down like that. There's going to be no women be like, oh, he looks so hot in that dress.
I want to jump his bones.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I'm locking in with Sudeikis.
You're locking Sudeikis? I'm going to go with Virginia and Harry Styles. That is, to me, an upgrade, not a downgrade. Megan Fox. She went from Brian Austin Green to Machine Gun Kelly. Is that an upgrade or a downgrade?
I think it's a push.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's an upgrade, but I'm not a fan of Machine Gun Kelly's whole thing.
I don't know what to say on this one. I mean...
I think Brian Austin Green's a good-looking dude. He's got a little bit of swagger to him.
I think the women find Machine Gun Kelly hot like soup, but do you want soup? I want soup, but I don't want that kind of soup. I don't know.
So are you going upgrade or downgrade?
I'm saying he is a...
It's two different areas, and you have to weigh them out. So you've got looks and you've got career.
You do.
So Machine Gun Kelly is doing way better in the career than Brian Austin Green. But I think Brian Austin Green is cuter. I don't like Machine Gun Kelly's look. He looks like a chihuahua.
And you got kids with Brian Austin Green.
We're locking in with Bag, Kevin. We think he's the upgrade. Although Machine Gun Kelly...
His career is going places.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you think the Megan Fox is downgraded, Bird?
Yeah, can I draw?
That's what I said, a push.
Justin Bieber went from Selena Gomez to Haley Baldwin. Upgrade or downgrade?
I like Selgo better.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too. I think Selgo is cuter.
I think Selgo is sweet too.
And on career and looks, I think she wins.
I do too. I think it's a downgrade. And Shawn Mendes went from Haley Baldwin to Camila Cabello. Is that an upgrade or a downgrade?
Upgrade.
Poor Haley Baldwin. Yeah, not getting the love here. I agree.
Camila Cabello. She had some scandal on Twitter. She brings the heat. Cabello. Or
Camila Cabello.
What is it?
I don't know her name. Cabello.
She has two last names.
Camila Cabello.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. See if you apply yourself.
I'll never be able to remember that.
Okay, Katy Perry went John Mayer to Orlando Bloom. Upgrade, downgrade.
Oh, I mean, I don't think Katy Perry could catch the wild stallion that is John Mayer. She wanted to.
I think it's a downgrade.
I think it's a downgrade too.
I'm going to go with that too.
But we're Mayer. We like Mayer though.
We do.
We
all
do.
love Mayer.
I just think he is a sexy beast.
I think he's an adorable dude.
And he's charming and he's good looking and he's talented. Like
Yeah.
I can see why ladies just lose it.
Orlando Bloom's fine.
Sure.
Orlando Bloom's not going to get in any kind of hot water. John Mayer can. He can be a lightning bolt of controversy.
But he's just captivating.
Looking at the overall picture.
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani went from Gavin Rossdale to Blake Shelton.
Virginia, I'll have to say.
Virginia, what do you think? We got an upgrade or a downgrade here?
I think it's a downgrade in looks, but I think it's an upgrade in stability of a man who's not going to cheat on you with the nanny.
Seems like a better dude. Yeah, oddly enough, it doesn't seem like a fit just because of their musical styles and one being from Orange County, California, the other one loving the country and Oklahoma.
Look, maybe she's at a point in her life where she doesn't need a man to look hot. She needs a man to be good.
But there are women that find him hot, the country hot. They do.
Really?
He's a real man.
He's a real man. He knows how to fix a sink.
If you're okay with dad bods and all that, then...
Does he have a dad bod?
He does. He was talking about how he needs to lose some pounds for his upcoming wedding. But he rides that, he's not like fat. He just rides, he's
got
comfortable.
that lovable dad bod.
A little dad bod, yeah. That's
I eat meatloaf. I eat bread.
Right.
I have fun. I like nachos.
He doesn't worry about abs.
He's like, I know I got high cholesterol.
I drink beer.
He does.
I know I got to work on it, but Gwen says I got to get running.
He's got a countryman's body. I'll go upgrade on that. Ashton Kutcher goes Demi Moore to Mila Kunis. Upgrade, downgrade, Bird. What do you think?
Upgrade for me.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I'd say,
Mila Kunis is so hot, and she's actually more age appropriate for Ashton.
And you got a little bit of a cute history together being on that 70s show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Minka Kelly went Derek Jeter to Trevor Noah from The Daily Show. Did she do an upgrade or a downgrade?
I'm going downgrade.
Me too.
Jeter, I mean.
But again, Jeter's one of those stallions that you're going to have trouble catching. He probably ran away.
Oh, he definitely. You can't tame the Jeets.
You
It's
can't
tough.
tame
It's
that.
tough to tame the Jeets.
It's like taming Mayer.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Jennifer Lopez went Mark Anthony to Alex Rodriguez.
Upgrade.
Okay.
Upgrade.
I'd say upgrade too. They seem to be a click. But, I think for us, you do have to put in there Mark Anthony. Keep in mind, he was with the Miss Universe before? He was with Jennifer Lopez?
Yes, Diana Torres.
And he has sold a massive amount of albums.
Oh, he's got cake.
Yeah, Spanish language, that dude dominates and rocks. He sells out both nights at American Airlines Arena.
Nobody can argue with his star power.
Yeah.
But in the looks department and in the I'm just a man department, he's going to lose to A-Rod. I'm sorry.
Okay.
People like A-Rod. He's one of those guys that, even though he's messed up, he's beloved in a community.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. Okay, well, there we go.
We're so judgy.
Well, it's a judge.
It's so fun.
Well, it's a judgy bit. There's no way you can't get out of that
You
bit
have to
without
judge,
You
or
have
we
to
have
be
no bit.
judgy. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got some birthdays here. Celebrities celebrating today include Rashida Jones. She's turning 45, daughter of Quincy Jones. Done a lot of TV and movie projects.
She was in The Office. She was in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff. Pretty good little career she's made for herself. Chelsea Handler turns 46 today. Sean Astin is 50, was in Lord of the Rings, was in The Goonies. He's Rudy
the liar that we've grown to know.
Mm-hmm. Carrot Top turns 56, and Ric Flair, woo, 72 today.
14-time world champion, Virginia. Woo!
Yeah. Also got a happy 30th birthday shout out to Gina. Girl, love you from Mom. Also, Summer, happy 9th birthday from Mommy Daddy Brutus and Nitro. Also, Camden, happy 13th birthday. Appreciate that. That is from Mom, Dad, Ryan, Sunshine, and Oreo. Lenny sent that in. And also, Tori Reese, a senior cheerleader at Park Vista High School, loves the KVJ show. Happy birthday to her from Mom, Dad, Tyler, and all of us here at the KVJ show. Tori. Very nice. Got a birthday you want it on the show? You can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com. mail at kvjshow.com. Well, on Monday, we had an email from a mom just trying to figure out if she should put her happiness on hold. She's been secretly dating her son's baseball coach for almost 2 years, and the baseball coach is tired of keeping the relationship a secret. Her son's now a junior in high school and is really into baseball and hopes to play college and beyond. But the ex is apparently very passive-aggressive when she gets in relationships, but the ex is the one that's been paying for the lessons, the kid's education, and she just didn't want her son to have to go through the drama for her own sake, for her own happiness. But then the boyfriend, the baseball coach, on Valentine's Day was like, I've had it with this. So what, for another 2 years, I'm going to have to keep this whole relationship quiet? I want to make memories. I want to do things. I want to be able to go to dinner with you. I want to be able to go to Disney if we wanted to. We can't do any of that stuff. So it's going to be 4 years of us dating when no one's going to know it. We have to hide in the shadows. And he said, you know what? Peace out. I'm done. And she hadn't talked to him since Valentine's Day. We read that on Monday, and somebody's like, that's very odd, because over the weekend, there was a little bit of a blowout that had happened at my kid's ballpark with the baseball coach and the dad, and I'm wondering if this had anything to do with the mom. We didn't know. Apparently it did. Here is the update that we got on what has happened with this relationship. It says, first, I got to say, I didn't realize how many people in my life listen to the KVJ show until you read my email.
Oh, boy.
Monday morning, I got a text from a fellow baseball mom asking me, girl, are you the bee they're talking about on the KVJ show? Are you dating Coach so-and-so? You can imagine how the rest of my day was, considering the KVJ show answered the questions of many parents on our team as to why my ex-husband and our team baseball coach, not just a coach who gives lessons on the side, had a heated verbal exchange at practice on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure all that was said as I was not there. Remember that? Somebody said, yeah, oddly enough, the mom wasn't there.
Yes, I remember this.
Yes.
In an effort to give my boyfriend some space, and I guess it only lit the fuse. Though the practice ended abruptly, my ex-husband and coach spoke later, and my boyfriend posed the question, shouldn't you just be happy that there is someone you trust that wants to love your son and his mother? And my ex-husband actually heard him and understood it.
Wow.
My son came home that day, and we sat and talked. He was very upset that I had lied to him, but I was honest and told him I was scared and somewhat shameful that I had even put him in this position. It was the most honest conversation I have ever had with my son. He told me he wants me to be happy no matter who it's with, and he just hopes that he's not treated differently on the team. Well, at Monday's practice, Coach started the practice with an apology to the team, and he said, I heard blank thought that he might be treated differently just because I love his mom. And because he ever thought I would give him special treatment, he gets to run an extra mile before practice ends. I don't even know how we got here, but I am so lucky. I have my son's blessing with a beautiful, bright future ahead, my ex-husband's blessing. I get to kiss my man in front of whoever I want, and I have the best morning show.
Wow. That worked out well.
It did work out. My question is, how is the kid with, hitting a curveball? Is he struggling? Is he keeping his front shoulder in?
Don't know, but he's got a good coach there apparently to help him.
All right, good.
Yeah, I don't know how the kid hits it, but I know how the coach hits it.
Yes. And it's signed still kind of anonymous, but apparently not really in the circles. So.
Well, the masses don't know. Only people close to you know.
It's good too.
And you think everybody knows. Everybody doesn't know.
I'm glad that a lot of people came up to you. It means our numbers are up, so that's good.
Yes, yes. And I think I know what, because a lot of people were saying, I think I know what community that is, and you guessed it correctly, Jaybird, I believe. You guessed 3.
But the one I really zoned in on?
Wellington, Jupiter, and Gardens, I think, were the 3 you threw throughout.
Yeah. Does it rhyme with Schmellington?
It might.
Okay.
It's great though. I think that's a really awesome.
Yeah,
it's
And
great.
it's the
yeah.
best turnout.
And,
It is.
and honestly, major props to the X too, because
Big time.
that was it. We said if that domino would fall, it seems there could be a lot of happiness going on with the mom, the coach, the son. So everybody winds up happy. So love to hear that. Coming up, we're going to be doing a KVJ draft today. We are picking best pop songs from the 2000s. So that would be anything from 2000, the year 2000 through 2010. That's what we got here.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. How do you feel about that decade of music?
Terrible, because everything on the radio that was popular that everyone liked, I wasn't into. I was kind of still kind of rocking out to some easy listening.
James Taylor.
And the stuff that I did listen to for the 2000s, nobody's heard of.
So you just kind of bypass that whole decade?
I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get the draft order, and we're going to pick who can put together the best 3-song playlist from the 2000s. We'll get to the KVJ draft coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
All right, today's KVJ draft we're going to get to in just a second. Here's going to be pop songs from the 2000s. I want to do a real quick birthday shout out that we left behind, though. Melanie is turning 8 today, so happy birthday to Melanie.
Happy birthday.
Very cool. And somebody had asked, saying, I get to hear the draft every single week, but because of my schedule, I don't get to hear who wins the draft. Just to let you know, if you ever do have any issues with that, we do have the podcast. They say, can you announce the winner, the previous week's draft? Before. And I remember last week it was between Virginia and Jaybird top and bottom, and I believe the Bird won.
The Bird did win.
Yes,
Yeah.
do go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, you won that. We were doing South Florida restaurants.
I had to win that.
Yeah, you had Bud's in there. You had Camille's in there.
There was a lot to fight for in that round. We
Yeah.
take this seriously, just so
Yeah.
the people know.
So Bird was first, I was second, Virginia was last. So that was last week's draft. Okay, this week, pop songs of the 2000s. We're picking a playing card right now to go with the draft order, which can be important.
Question.
Yes.
So rap would be completely out of that?
It's any song from the year 2000 to 2010.
That hit the pop charts.
It's pop songs, but it's
Oh, you could do pop rap. is
Yeah,
what you're
I'll say, songs. In fact, we'll go with a charting song. Just, in fact, I'll say, what, do any song you want. I'll let you do any kind of category.
From the 2000s on.
Yeah.
All right, look
From
at
2000
this.
to 2010, not on.
Relax,
2000 to
Ralston.
2010.
Oh, no.
I knew he didn't hear you.
I didn't think he heard it
He
either.
did not hear you.
Well, I asked you during commercial break. I said through all the 2000s till now, and you said yeah.
Well, I mean, I
It's
said
all
it on
good.
I said it on the radio, didn't I?
Well, that's why I asked you outside.
Kevin, I understood
get
your
outta here.
directions. I listened to you,
I don't
Kevin.
listen to anybody during commercials. I'm too busy. Okay, I drew a 3. So I'm not going to be going first.
I didn't draw a grade either. I got a 6.
Okay, Bird, what did you get?
3 of diamonds.
Okay.
We got low cards this week.
All right, what do you got,
A
Denny's?
7 of diamonds.
Dang.
You're in the lead.
And Suits has what?
A queen.
Oh.
Well, Suits is back up on top. Okay, all right, so Suits, Denny's, Virginia. I got a black suit. I'll go ahead of Bird. And so Bird's bringing up the rear. Okay, all right, here we go. So we'll go any song that you want from 2000 to 2010. That's what qualifies here today. We all got that?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any song you want. Okay. So we're going to start off. He is running KVJ TV in the next studio, so we've got to put him on the phone. Suits, what is your overall first pick?
I'm going to take Britney Spears' Toxic.
Oh, he's coming up with the heat.
Okay.
He knows the people love it.
Okay. All
Great
right.
song.
All right. Let's go with Denny's. What are you going to go with here?
I am going to go with NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye.
Wow.
Damn, you blocked Kevin.
Look at you all grabbing them big old WRMF hits.
Oh, yeah.
So proud of them. I know Randy, our program director, just can't believe it right now. Okay, let's go with Virginia. What is going to be your first pick here in the KVJ draft?
It's one of my favorites of all time. Love it. Can't help but sing it. Gold Digger by Kanye West.
Ooh, it's good.
I love it.
Dang, okay. All right, let's see. It is To Me, and I am going to go with The Killers' Mr. Brightside from 2003. Okay, Bird, you get the next 2 picks.
I got 99 problems, and Virginia's all of them. 99 problems. Jay-Z.
Okay, all right, very nice. And you get the next pick as well.
And I'm going to go with Virginia's going to rehab. I said no, no, no. Rehab Amy Winehouse.
Oh, very nice.
It's a great song.
That is. Okay. With my next pick, I am going to go with Outkast, Hey Ya.
It's a great song.
Okay, we are back up to Virginia. You got the next pick here in the draft?
I Can't Leave My Girl Out. I Love Her. Mariah Carey, We Belong Together.
Give us a taste.
No.
Oh, come on. We wanted to hear the hits of Gollum.
I'll sing when you tell me all about Shannon.
Get out of here.
I want that girl's real name.
Never.
Okay, let's get back to Denny's. What is going to be your pick? We're doing a draft for the best songs from the 2000s, 2000 to 2010.
I think I'm going to go with Lady Gaga's Bad Romance.
Oh!
Can you give us a taste?
I want your loving and I want your revenge.
Yeah, all right. Give me chills.
Okay, very nice. All right, let's go with Suits. You've got the next 2 picks.
I am going to take Jay-Z and Rihanna, Umbrella. And I was going to do Bad Romance. Thanks for that, Dennis.
Yeah.
I am going to do Nelly, Hot in Here.
Oh, Hot in Her. Okay, from 2002. Nice job there, Suits.
I would like to see Suits breaking it down to Nelly.
Yeah, him in a full suit, and then he kind of like takes it off.
Like he did on the Pontiki. Remember that?
Do I remember? He almost sank that thing.
I loved it.
Okay, we are getting back to Denny's. Your final pick in the KVJ draft.
Go with the personal favorite, MIA's Paper Planes.
Whoa.
He loves that song.
I love that song.
He's always jamming it.
She's got a couple good tracks.
Yeah, if you look at some of the alternative lists, it is one of the most highly regarded songs from the decade. So, solid pick. Virginia, what are you going with? Your final pick here in the KVJ draft.
Gosh, it's between 2 songs. I don't know. I think I'm going to go Lose Yourself, Eminem.
Okay. Big song from 2002.
It's very pumps you up, man.
does.
Well,
Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you put that song on, you're like, rah!
Well, it's raw, it's edgy, you're edgy and raw. It makes sense.
Rah, 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 rah. Okay, I am going to go on ahead and just tank it. I'm going to go with Weezer's Island in the Sun.
It's a jam, but
Okay.
is it going to win you the tournament?
Nope, I'm going to lose today.
I think I'm losing with my last pick, too.
But, I'm going with pride.
Yeah.
I feel good about my list. I love my list. Jaber, what do you got?
I think I'm going to lose it on this one, but I love this song. And this one goes out to all my lovers. I played it on the Lovebird Hour.
This one's for you, Shannon.
All right. Does she not know how to beat a dead horse when it comes to a joke? Sade, By Your Side.
Okay.
Sade, By Your Side. It's a lover's song.
It's a great song. It is a great song.
I just lost the tournament, didn't I, Coach?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you did. I'm not going to argue with it. I love that song, but I think you just tanked it.
I don't think enough people know about it.
Well, I'm looking at this list, and Suits. He went down the list. If you were looking at the biggest pop songs of the 2000s, Suits nailed it. He's got Britney Spears' Toxic. He's got Rihanna and Jay-Z's Umbrella, Nelly, Hot in Her.
I.e., he Googled an article that had the top hits of the 2000s.
He did. And he nailed it. That's textbook right there. That probably should be the winner. Denny's pretty strong with NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye, Lady Gaga's Bad Romance, and then he went, I think, a very credible song, the MIA Paper Planes, but a lot of people be like, what? What was that song?
It could lose me, that one.
Okay, Virginia, she went Kanye West Gold Digger, Mariah Carey's We Belong Together, and then she went Eminem Lose Yourself. So she had one personal pick and then two solid slams there. I went with The Killers, Mr. Brightside, Outkast, Hey Ya, and Weezer, Island in the Sun.
Okay, Kevin's.
I probably am last this week.
It ain't looking good, Ralston.
Yeah, not looking good for me. And then Bird went with Jay-Z's 99 Problems.
Boom.
Amy Winehouse, Rehab.
Bam.
Which is a great song, but it's my least favorite on that album of the other big hits.
You picked the wrong song.
Oh, you're just against rehab.
I am against
Yeah.
rehab.
Drunk ass.
You thinking about going to rehab, Virginia? Is gonna be,
No.
And Sade's By Your Side.
Boom, tied for last place.
Okay, we got the voting. If you want to say who you think picked out the 3 best songs from the year 2000 through 2010, it's going to be posted up on our Facebook page. And then before the end of the show today, we'll announce the winner of the KVJ draft.
I know, I struggled. I was going to do Crazy in Love, Beyonce, Jay-Z. I love that song. It also gets me pumped up, but I don't know. That Eminem song just, it wakes the beast.
Okay.
And we want that beast to be asleep.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot to handle.
We were doing the best songs from the 2000s, 2000 through 2010. People were saying nobody went with 50 Cent's Into Club.
I thought about
almost did it.
I had it on my list.
But then you ask yourself, who are you doing it for? You doing it for them? You doing it for you?
Yeah, I did a list that I could listen to that I thought still was popular. I think I'm going to lose, but...
I think I'm going to lose too. It's because I was inconsistent. I thought I was doing it for them, then I started doing it for me, and then I think I lost.
Yeah, you got lost in it.
I got lost in it, mama.
Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA was from 2009.
Yeah, I like it, but...
Who sent that in? Dox them, Kevin.
Okay. Gnarls Barkley's Crazy.
It's a little too much.
We heard it a lot.
We heard it a lot.
White Stripes, Seven Nation Army.
I figured somebody was going to pick that.
It was on my list. I was arguing in myself whether, but I'm like, they played it like every football game now, but...
How does it go? I don't even know it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do know. I just didn't know the name of it.
Wow, really? You could have gone Usher's Yeah from 2004.
It's a great song, but I like my list better.
Take that and rewind it back.
Or sure.
Green Day's Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh, no, we don't like that song.
Bare Naked Ladies Pinch Me.
It's a great
It wouldn't
song.
have won the tournament.
It's too mellow.
Okay.
Well, and I also just don't think enough people know it.
R. Kelly's Ignition. Is it just the R. Kelly
I
era
think
where you
no
can't
one
do
wants to
anything?
go near that.
I
thing.
think that's a little bit too close to the sun.
Yeah. Maroon 5, This Love.
No, I'm not picking no Maroon 5.
No.
Get out of here with that suggestion.
No.
What are you going to say next? Hey there, Delilah?
You don't like that song?
She was ripping
terrible.
off so bad.
Really?
She gets mad about Hey
Wow.
Delilah.
Okay.
I want to fight somebody.
She doesn't like when dudes are bitching and moaning in their songs. And when they're all wah. She doesn't
Be a
like-
man.
Gwen Stefani's Holla Back Girl.
Oh,
No.
It's a little aggressive.
If I hear that song one more time, I'm literally gonna go bananas. Not in a good way.
Okay. 311's Amber.
That's a good one. Darn, overlooked.
That's much beloved.
But does that win the tournament?
There's so
True.
many.
I think like what Suits did. He Googled a list. Toxic came up. He's like, oh yeah, Britney Spears Toxic.
That's what he does every
He's
week.
gonna win.
That's why he wins all the time.
Well, that's why
He does.
he's a paper champion.
There's no heart in his picks.
Yeah, he don't dance to these songs.
Paper champion Soups.
If I pick songs I actually like, I always lose. Anytime I actually go with my heart, I lose.
Yeah, the 3 I did, we did it wrong.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you picked a list you love. So you're true to your character. You're true to yourself.
You just get to a point. Who you doing it for?
Yeah.
Who are you doing it for?
Yeah.
Do
Well,
it for you.
Picking a favorite taco. What is Florida pick? Did you do Taco Tuesday this week?
You know what? My taco game has been whack. I did do tacos yesterday. They were not very good. I don't want to blast the place I got them. Messed up the order. The beans were very bland.
What kind of, are we talking restaurant chain, national chain?
It's a chain.
It is, and they blew it.
You went to Taco Bell?
I'm not saying that. I never said that. I never said those words.
Wow. Yeah, they had this breakdown of the biggest taco places by state, most popular taco restaurant. TOP Data did this study. So I'm not sure how they got it because I don't know if I agree with Florida's, and it's me because we don't have a lot of locations, at least around us. Del Taco is number 1 for Florida.
Yeah, people talk about Del Taco.
They do.
Really?
But, I mean, people here talk more about Rocco's Tacos.
On a localized level, yes.
Right.
Yeah, I guess, and maybe the only, I don't know, Rocco's has, what, like 7 locations in Florida, something like that? They've got Orlando, Tampa now, but, yeah, I don't know if they cut through enough.
I don't have those taco stats on me right now.
Okay. Del Taco won 7 different states, Florida being one of them. The top taco restaurant in the country is Taco Bell, 22 different states. Said Taco Bell was their favorite.
Yeah, no, Taco Bell, they can have good moments for sure.
Okay. Moe's won 7 states. Not feeling that, huh?
Nose. But, look, Moe's could do great things.
Yeah.
I feel like we could get better at the queso. There needs to be a better ranch dressing.
Okay.
Maybe a Southwest kind of a ranch.
They need you.
I could do great things with if I could get on the board of Moe's, Virginia. There's my calling.
Okay. Chipotle won in 4 states. Taco John's had 4 states.
Taco John's.
Yeah.
Does that sound good
It sounds
to you?
so authentic.
I wouldn't trust Taco
It's not even
John.
Juan, it's
Would you
just
get Taco
John.
Juan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's as good as Taco Kevin.
Yeah. They say 20% of Americans eat, on average, at least 1 taco per day.
Wait, can you give me the stats again?
20% of Americans eat, on average, at least 1 taco per day. So 1 out of 5 people.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how much we love tacos.
I love pizza like people love tacos, so the reverse has got to be out there.
Okay.
Gosh, a lot of taco talk this week, right?
Love tacos.
I do love tacos too. I got to get a good taco.
You got to go to like a real taco place. Like you got to get in the gritty.
I know.
You got to go to Lake Worth, brother.
I don't think you would like those.
You don't think?
I don't think so. I don't think
you
he
think
would
he's
like
too
authentic.
Americanized?
Yes. I don't think he would like authentic.
Damn.
I got that WAP.
Yeah.
That weak ass palate.
Yeah.
Kevin thinks you're too white.
Well, yeah. He likes that white.
And Kevin's white.
Yeah. But I got a Mexican wife.
So I'm half boring white and half bad Italian.
What part of you isn't weak?
All right. You go too far, Sinicky.
Can you believe this? 23% of Americans don't eat tacos at all. What's wrong with them?
I don't think you can trust them.
That's
No.
a shame.
It's almost a quarter of all Americans don't eat tacos. What the heck, man?
It's like a person who really goes out of their way to bash pizza. If you're going out of your way to bash pizza, I can't trust you.
You don't get it.
You don't get it.
Because pizza is like everybody's favorite. You have to appreciate that pizza is so beloved.
When you're bashing it so vocally, you're trying to make enemies. Same thing with tacos, I feel.
Pizza has to be the most universally accepted food, right?
Yes.
It has to.
I think across the board, more
I think
people
you're
prefer
right.
it.
Would it go pizza then tacos, or would it be burger second?
I think it's burgers.
Yeah, maybe.
Pizza, burgers, tacos. Bam, said it.
Okay. It's possible.
Are we doing breakfast?
Kevin, you've been talking a lot about food each day this whole week.
Well, because it's the only thing I can talk about. You guys pay attention.
That's not true.
Everything else, you guys zone out.
That's not accurate.
Talk about food. I'm like, I gotta reel everybody back in. Let's talk about food.
I don't know why I'm so fat.
My dad was at one of our events, and somebody was describing our show, and they go, "Yeah, they kind of do like a cooking show, it's like a food show."
All right, you guys ready to laugh?
Yes.
Okay, time for producer Denny's joke jury. He's got the comedy. We give him the rating on it. All right, what we got over here, Denny's?
All right, joke 1. What did Axl Rose name his church band?
I don't know. What did he name his church band?
Nuns and Moses.
Oh,
Oh.
not Guns N' Roses. Nuns and Moses. That's pretty solid, actually.
I would get down with that.
That would really work.
No one could ever say you stole someone's jokes.
That's original.
That was a
That
brainchild.
is very original.
Second joke. What happens when you give a skeleton a wedgie?
I don't know what happens.
He'll have a bone to pick.
That's smart comedy.
Okay, that's good.
Wow.
I mean, that's very Halloweeny. You got to bring that one back. Won't
bring it
forget.
I'll squeeze that back in there. Third joke. Who makes Robin Hood crispy onion rings?
Who makes Robin Hood crispy onion rings? Oh, I don't know.
More food. Hungry.
Hey, you're paying attention, aren't you?
It's
I don't know who.
air fryer tuck.
Oh, air fryer.
Oh,
talk.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
It's so topical.
Oh,
It's very topical. And again, so unique.
Yes, very unique.
How that even popped into his mind?
9 out of 10 moms on Facebook are talking about the air fryer
They are.
right
Okay,
now. It's
that's
very
good, yeah.
hot.
And to answer your question, if you're doing Friar Tuck comedy, that's at least 3 dabs in. Three
Yes.
dabs in, yeah.
He's not brought up often. Fourth joke. What do you call a female gorilla doing stand-up?
I don't know. What do you call it?
Sarah Silverback?
I can see a gorilla that looks kind of like a morph version of Sarah Silverman. And yeah, okay, I'm buying that.
And final joke. What does Johnny from Cobra Kai teach in sex ed?
I don't know. What does he teach?
Spread the leg.
Okay, solid round.
Hold on, Josh.
Nice
Solid
work.
round. Yes, very nice. It is the battle of the generations. Who knows their pop culture better? We're talking about stuff even outside of your breadth of knowledge. And that era when you were a kid and you were fully consuming your pop culture. We have got here in our battle today the millennials going up against Gen X. That means Denny's, the millennial, versus Jaybird, the Gen Xer today.
I got my millennial beard I'm growing. I got that wab, that white ass beard.
Oh, okay. White ass beard.
Touch it. You can touch my wab.
Okay.
Good.
You're good.
Okay, we have Denny's millennial partner is Samantha from Wellington. Hello, Samantha.
Hey, KVJ.
Okay. And also for Jaybird and our team Gen X, we have got Heather from West Palm Beach. Hello, Heather.
Hey.
Gosh, I
How's it
love
going?
it. I love that name, Heather. I love it. It's great.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Odd, nervous laugh.
Good chemistry so far.
We'll start off with our millennials. Now, here's what we've got for both of you. We'll give you the question first, Samantha and Heather. If you can answer it by yourself, you get 2 points. If you need to call on your partner, then they get it correct. You'll get 1 point instead. Obviously, no points for nothing. Okay, here we go with Samantha and Team Millennial. Your question is, what was the name of the male roommate on the TV show Three's Company? What do you think, Samantha?
I don't know that one.
Okay, she does not know that one. Denny's, can you save a point here?
Is it Jack Tripper?
It is.
Come on, knock on my door.
Come and knock on our door.
Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new.
Okay.
That's good. Nice, guys.
Okay, Millennials got 1 point. Gen X, let's see what you got here. Okay, your question, Heather. What is the name of Vanessa Carlton's biggest hit from 2002?
Oh, boy.
Vanessa Carlton, massive hit in 2002.
I should know it, but I can't think of it.
Berg, can you save a
Not
point?
corn. That's Natalie Imbruglia, but that's the only thing I can think of.
I think I got it.
What do you got?
10,000 miles.
10,000 miles.
I wasn't done. In parentheses, if I could find.
You started wrong with 10.
Is it
5,000.
It's 1,000.
1,000. So many miles, so many feelings.
1,000 miles.
Gosh, Bird, I'm so sorry, Heather.
Nothing for Gen X. All right,
That's all right.
1-0. Millennials in the lead. Let's see if they can add to it here. Your next question, Samantha. What was the name of the dragon in Disney's Pete's Dragon? Okay. Gen Xers might know this. Well, the millennials. What do you think, Samantha? What was the name of the dragon?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay, a little bit older for you. Denny's. Do you know the name of the dragon?
Gosh,
in
is
Pete's
it
Dragon?
Is it Elliot?
It is Elliot. Wow, Denny's.
It was on the tip of my tongue too.
I love that movie. Remember that song? We got a bill of sale right here.
You made me watch it not too long.
Woo, okay. All right, millennials
gosh.
are in a 2-zip lead. Gen X, you can tie it up here if you can get this correct. All right, the question for you, Heather. Clarissa Explains It All was on which network?
Oh, I mean.
Nickelodeon?
That is correct. Yes.
Tying it up.
Okay.
You remember her brother's name?
Sam.
Ferguson. Sam was her
Ferguson.
boyfriend.
Sam was a boyfriend. I'm not on trial, Dennis.
Virginia, we got a battle here. It's all tied up.
I like
Millennials and
it.
Gen X. Okay, next question goes to our millennials. What country is the band ABBA from, Samantha?
Australia?
Okay, she's guessing Australia. Denny's, can you save a point? That's not correct.
Don't know. Canada.
Canada, no. Sweden
Ugh.
is the country that ABBA is from.
You
Okay.
can dance.
You
can jive.
having the time of your life. Ooh.
See that?
Okay, we go to Gen X, who can take a lead now.
Oh, the old dog's coming in.
Yeah.
Get him, Bird.
Battle of the Generations. Your question, Heather. What was the name of Alicia Silverstone's character in the movie Clueless?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That was on the tip of my tongue too. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay, Bird, you're going to have to help
Can't
her
think
out
of it.
here.
Her name was Cher.
The name was Cher.
Nice.
Wow, that's a big one. Okay.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
Rolling with the homies.
Can you still do this? I thought
Okay.
Jerry's sister would have gone on to be a big star.
Yeah.
All right, Jaybird had to come help out, so you get a point for that. That gives Gen X a 3-2 lead over the millennials. All right, millennials are going to have to get it together here. Samantha, you really need a point here. Your question in Battle of the Generations, the Bloodhound Gang ran on what science educational show on PBS in the 80s?
What?
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you got a crime, we got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
Is that the creepy version? We're the Bloodhound
Yeah,
Gang.
that's the jazz.
I know the roof is on
Sang
fire.
by your drunkle.
Yeah. That is the feature on which PBS show from the 80s? Samantha.
I got Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy, Denny's. You gotta
Mr.
help her out.
Wizard.
You got to help her out. You're
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
Mr. Wizard.
Bloodhound Gang, I know it does the song The Roof is on Fire. That's the only
The
Bloodhound Gang.
band got their name from,
Really?
yes, this. So it all ties back in.
Is it 3, 2, 1 contact?
It is, Bird.
Contact.
See, Gen Xers know
secret.
that.
That is a toughie.
3, 2, 1 contact.
Yep. Okay. Well, looks like our Gen X is going to get a win here
Oh,
today.
oh,
3-2
yeah.
is the final score.
Old dog still making it bark. marks.
Old dog's
Spank
taking the
'em.
trivia win. Congratulations, Heather.
Nice.
Didn't start off great, but you finished strong. You got the win today.
Yay! Woohoo!
I knew we had chemistry.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, pulled it out. Coming up here on the KVJ Show, we're going to get to some confessions coming up. Do you have something that you have done that you would like to confess? You can get that off of your chest here today. You can text those in to us anonymously if you want to. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. You ever been stopped at a red light and all of a sudden somebody starts pounding on your door or your window and it's dark out and it's very terrifying?
Yes, that's happened to me.
Yeah, it has.
Awful.
It is. It's rough. That's happened. We had that. We were in Orlando going downtown by Church Street, and there was a guy. We were at a light, and we were stuck, and he was hammering on the window, and we had a red light, and we couldn't go anywhere. And there's a part where you're like, I don't know what to do.
Run it
right now. Yeah, we had really thought about it. I mean, it adds a lot of danger, but it's kind of tough. And so, you have that, and some people will obviously contact the municipal authorities and say, this is kind of intimidating and scary, and at night, and you never know what's going to happen. And so it's a tough thing that a lot of South Florida towns are wrestling with, trying to deal with aggressive panhandling and what you do, because there is a line. You want to be sympathetic to people that are going through a lot of issues in life, and you would love to be able to help them, but there's a time, a place, and a way to do it.
I told you this story recently. I was at the corner of Broadway and 45th, and there was a guy in a wheelchair that was rolling up to people's cars and beating on the doors. And it's not like I thought he was going to do anything, really. I mean, but it's scary.
It's still jarring.
And the kids were shook. My kids were like, what the hell, Mom?
Really? That was unsettling for them?
It can be very scary, and each city is handling it all differently. It was just a week ago that Delray Beach, their city commission, passed an aggressive panhandling ordinance to stop it. It basically defines aggressive panhandling as demanding something from somebody in a threatening manner or continuing to demand something after being initially refused. And that's where the issue comes from. And, they have a lot of outdoor dining there on Atlantic. And right now, no panhandling is allowed out there at the outdoor dining areas, because what happens, business owners complain saying, I've got people trying to eat and somebody will not leave them alone to
They're
eat.
shaking them down for $1
Until they give them money, and it's chasing away, because they were talking to people who had dealt with it, and they said, I will not be back. And so they said that's part of the problem. So you got to try to find that balance.
There's a one guy, he plays guitar on the corner, and to me, he's singing for his supper. He's putting on a show. He's working.
Yeah, there is definitely a way to do it. Yeah, there's something about that. And it's nice to see community groups that step up and recognize that we have a lot of people in our community that are going through a tough time. They need some help. A lot of them need shelter. They need food. They need warmth. They need clothes. And a lot of them need some counseling. And so it's great to see community groups step up, and hopefully what you can do is really divide that line so you don't have that issue. Be like, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to be rude in these situations, but there has got to be a dividing line.
There's a few on 45th Street gentlemen that are by the Walmart, and when you're by the red light, you're kind of cornered there, and there's a few guys that will walk in and out of traffic, and I'm surprised more guys aren't hit.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not safe. There are just a lot of issues, and it would be nice to be able to crack down and say, hey, look, we can't have any citizen, no matter what your situation is, doing these kind of things. We got clear ordinances. But like I said, I think that does take a lot of us really stepping up, each of us, and getting involved with community groups, and community groups letting the community know how you can help the homeless. Because in South Florida, that's just something we have. We have nice weather. A lot of people come here. You can be outside. It is a great place for homeless people to be for that reason. So we are going to have more than other places are going to have. So it's just an issue that you got to step up. But more and more towns are getting it. West Palm in December, they got an ordinance prohibiting panhandling in the Northwood area. They're having a problem with it. And you can't sleep outside there as well. And in Boca, they have an ordinance where you've basically got to have a permit from the city to solicit anybody for money.
Oh, so you can't even hold a sign up unless you have a permit.
Boca's got away. Yeah, so they have a solicitation ordinance that bars panhandlers from seeking money or selling services to somebody inside a car. So Boca won't even allow it. So it'll be interesting to see as each South Florida town tries to wrestle with the humanity plus also the safety of the community, and people just saying, I don't like that when it's dark out.
It's scary.
And somebody's beating on my window of my car. I don't know
and
what's
now
going
my
to happen.
kid is in the back seat having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cool.
Nobody wants that. So I think that it's something that we all need to have a heightened awareness of, and it is an issue that we all should be a part of trying to settle and solve.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, it is time for your confessions / i.e. humble brags here today. What do you want to confess to the KVJ Show? You can let us know right now by texting it in. You can be anonymous too. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. This confession that just came in said, I used to date a girl and I met her best friend after a few weeks, and it turns out it was a girl that I used to sleep with for fun. A little friend with benefits, and I never told my girlfriend. Would you or should you, Virginia, if that situation happens?
These girls are best friends.
They are apparently good friends, and he did not realize it until he met her. Yeah, I used to date a girl, and I met her best friend, yes, after a few weeks.
I think you're better off saying something and just say it in the moment than trying to keep it a secret, because if these two girls get together without you, they're going to talk about it possibly, and you don't want her to hear it from her friend when she should have heard it from you.
Really? Okay.
In the moment, I think when you're confronted with that situation, you can be like, wait, I know her. We used to date.
Got to get right on it. Okay.
And then you're being honest. I mean, it's innocent. You can't help who you dated. We all have a past, y'all.
Okay, so at that point, you're being honest and upfront, but if you don't say anything, then you're being shady and deceivious.
If the girl tells her friend, then you're going to
Okay.
look like you're keeping secrets and trying to be shady.
Okay. Well, that's the thought. I don't know if they're going to do it or not.
I don't know
Virginia has
either.
spoken.
Who knows? I could be wrong.
She's wrong a lot, Coach.
Okay, all right. Got some other confessions here. Somebody said, sometimes I'll put my garbage can out front of my house on non-trash pickup days just to confuse my neighbors and see if anybody else will put their can out too.
That is cold.
I would do it. That did get me.
There you go. It must be trash day. So you put your can out.
That's how I know it's trash day. I'm like, oh, okay, my neighbors are on it. They know.
That's kind of a fun little game. Somebody else confessing, I have to be in a pitch black bathroom when I poo to help me relax. Not even my husband knows I poo in the dark.
I get it. We all got our own little things to get through.
Huh. How about that?
It's okay to poo in the light. Don't be so ashamed.
Maybe it's just
We all
jarring.
poo.
I get it. To me, I'm very light sensitive, and I don't like bright lights. And if I'm to relax, I need to be in at least a dimly lit room.
Okay.
Or else it kind of gives me, I'm like, it's just too much.
I get it.
You would have trouble pooping if I put a floodlight on you?
I would. Well, you know what? I think it makes your sphincter clench.
Oh.
Well, it's almost.
I almost get the science of this.
Some people can't get it going with when it comes to lovemaking unless the lights are out.
Yeah.
It's probably the same thing with the pooping.
The fatter I am, the darker it is.
This confession says, my girlfriend is vegan and she thinks that I am too, but I order chicken wings on delivery when she's not around and then I hide the evidence. I had to get a second phone just so she wouldn't see the orders when we get takeout. But she saw the phone and now thinks I'm dealing drugs. She'd actually be more upset about the chicken wings, so I'm going along with the drug dealing thing.
That's ridiculous.
That is absolutely ridiculous. But very entertaining for chicken wings.
You need to just cough up the truth and say, look, I'll do vegan with you all the time, babe. But when I'm by myself, sometimes I just need that meat.
She must be a militant vegan if she's like, she would rather have him be dealing drugs than eating chicken wings.
A lot of vegans are a little militant.
Okay. Apparently he's dating one of them. This confession says, I feel horrible saying so, but when my parents die, the worst part is going to be dealing with the mountains of crap in their hoarder house, not the grief of them passing.
Yeah, well, it's probably a combination of all
Yeah,
of it.
you haven't gone through it yet. Maybe you'll change when you're in it and you'll truly be sad, but then it's also going to be a huge task that you're stressing about.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. My grandmother was a hoarder, and it is rough to look at, and it's mind-blowing to think about. I feel bad for my mom's sister because she had to do like all the work of just getting in there and getting the house ready to sell.
My hoarder grandparents, I think it took 2 years to get through their house.
That's
pretty dedicated work.
Ridiculous.
That is ridiculous, yeah. This confession says, I've started leaving bad online reviews for my work. If corporate won't listen to us, maybe they'll listen to quote-unquote customers.
Inside job.
That's an interesting strategy.
I don't think you should be ashamed. I think you should be patting yourself on the back for creative thinking.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a humble brag. This confession says, I didn't get married for love. I got married for money, and I've got zero regrets. Okay.
Well, then there you go.
There you go. All right. They're just saying it like it is.
You do you.
This person says, my shower gel and deodorant ran out at the same time, and I've been on a giddy high about it all day.
Because you're going to this store and you get to do 2 purchases at once.
It's really awkward to have maybe a quarter conditioner left in the bottle, and you've got...
I get it.
Yeah, okay. Somebody said, since living on my own and working from home in the pandemic, I've become almost a full-time nudist. I only wear clothes when I need to go to shops. It's very satisfying, and I hate the thought of going back to my previous regularly clothed existence.
I've been way more naked since the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's freeing.
I think a lot of people have. In fact, I saw that only 9% of people who worked remotely during the pandemic say they want to go back to the office full-time.
Wow, only 9%.
Only 9%. Yeah, people are loving it for reasons like that they realize they're a nudist.
And think about, I mean, all the money you save on gas and parking and tolls and wear and tear on your car.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whoa, this is eye-opening here. This confession says, I always fake a little gas at the beginning of intimacy to make the guy I'm with feel like they're just that big.
Wait,
flattering.
what?
Like, oh. Wow.
Oh my gosh. It's your monster.
A lot of girls. Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay.
I don't fake anything in the
All right,
bedroom.
okay.
I don't believe in it because if you fake anything, then you have to continue to keep up the charade. Now you're an actress.
And I
mean,
tell. I can tell if you're faking.
You can.
Absolutely. There's a... Yeah. We try to create an honest environment in the bedroom.
I hear you.
He doesn't deserve you to fake it. Make him work for it.
Okay.
Or make her work for it. But vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else confessed, said, I went for a long run the other day when I had some bowel issues and I had to go in somebody's front yard.
Oh, my.
I did go back to clean it up, but as I did, I saw the person who owns the house out there bagging it up themselves and cussing about their neighbor's dog.
Oh. Well, I mean, at this point, there's nothing you can do.
When you got to go, right?
Sometimes you can't help yourself.
Yeah.
I actually can. That's the weird thing. For someone who can't help themselves, it's...
Have you ever been on a long run?
Yeah, I just have good BC.
Well, I've been on a long run before and literally was not able to help myself.
Well, you have terrible BC.
No, I normally have great bung control.
Bowel control. You pee a lot when you're laughing. You don't have... I don't know.
You don't know about my bung. Okay, first of all, my bung and my pee hole are different.
Mm-hmm.
I have total control of the bung. But if you're eating something crazy the day before and it erupts when you're on your run far from your house, there's nothing you can do. You have to go.
My wife was a runner, and when she would run, it'd be like 15 miles or something like that. So good distance. She said it's very frequent.
You can't help it if you're a long distance runner. I probably had it happen to me less than 5, but more than 3 times.
It's one of the main reasons of about 3,000 that I don't run.
I'm glad the chat room is backing me up. When you said that one thing about the woman gasping, I thought you said that she had she faked that she had gas. Like
Oh, no.
Other people thought that too.
Gasp.
That's why I was a little confused.
Not
Like she goes, oh,
Yeah.
not she farted.
No.
I wasn't the only one that
Gaspa.
was confused.
Sorry. It's tough with microphones. You can't pop your peas.
You're right.
And that would have been one where I probably should have just popped the pea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pop the pea, baby. Somebody else said, I got the COVID vaccine because I volunteered at a COVID vaccine site and I'm not supposed to tell anyone.
Oh, I love that. You deserve it. If you're volunteering like that and you're taking care of the masses, you deserve the vaccine. I'm all about health care, getting it.
Okay, there you go.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, the other day we had heard the audio of this American Airlines pilot. He was over New Mexico, over 30,000 feet, going pretty fast. And there is a large cylindrical object that flies over his plane. He said it kind of looked like a cruise missile here in the audio.
Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
Wow. So he's like, what the heck was that? They're like, we don't know. And now American Airlines themselves are not denying that this all happened. They said, yeah, we've got a UFO encounter on Sunday. And they said, if you got any questions, we don't have the answers. You got to go to the FBI. That's the one who handles it. So it did happen.
Wow.
And we don't have an answer for it.
A lot of UFO talk. I'm loving it.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of reputable observations, but there's zero answers really coming from a lot of this.
Well, could this just be like the prequel and the warm-up to the real answers that are coming soon?
Well, I had told you about that Drudge Report article that they had talked about because as part of the stimulus package, they had to release everything that they had on aliens, and one of them was all the technology that they're testing out. It basically said, yeah, that it is. Now, other media seems to be reluctant to pick up these stories and run with it, afraid somebody's going to pull the rug out from underneath them and they're going to look foolish reporting on aliens. But in that one report that the Drudge Report had said, they even talked about how they had cloaking devices and were able to use basically magnetism to travel at high rates of speed, which a lot of people have hypothesized is the reason why some of the UFOs, if there is such a thing, can zip in and out of the stratosphere so quickly. They use a different type of energy to power their vehicles.
Get ready, Bird. I think the aliens are coming.
Get ready. I've been ready since 1983, bruh.
Yeah.
That's true. Your crib is like a shrine to alien.
I think I'm too fangirl for the aliens. They come down to Earth like, do not go near that dude.
That dude is too excited.
He's too into us. He definitely wants us to probe him.
He's going to try to probe us. It's going to be weird.
Yes. Probe me and I'll probe you back.
They don't want to probe me, Kevin.
There's 2 school board members in a town in Northern California that had their property vandalized last week, including a note that said, "Bring kids back."
Oh, boy.
Parents are getting upset. But upon further observation, they realized maybe it's the parents that should go back because on the note, the spelling for bring had 2 G's and the spelling for back was B-A-C-C. So whoever wrote the note is not a very good speller.
Their kids need school.
They need school, maybe.
They're not going to get it at home.
And when you send kids back, this happens. A professor at Oxnard College in California has been put on leave. There's a video that was released of him berating a student for not listening.
Oh, boy.
And this is a student who's hard of hearing.
Oh.
Miss Salazar, I've been talking to you, Miss Salazar.
I can hear you a little bit.
You can hear me a little bit? Why didn't you answer all the times I spoke to you then? Why don't we talk sometimes? Why don't you email me? We'll set up a live Zoom. Do you hear me?
Professor, she's actually hard of hearing, so her translator goes in a little bit late. She can't respond, like, right away.
She's not paying attention. She's not trying.
You're just, like, attacking me.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just significantly disappointed in you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he is cold.
Yeah.
She's hard of hearing, bruh.
And for that, he has been placed on leave.
Hey,
Maybe
what a
understand.
bad look for him.
Yeah, so. There's a guy in Alabama that got convicted of escaping from jail. But don't worry, he came back. He broke back in to smuggle in some drugs.
He's loyal.
To smuggle in drugs?
To smuggle in drugs, yeah.
That's who you want in your cell.
That's odd. He's
Yeah.
either really loyal or really dumb.
Probably both.
Okay.
There's a guy in Pennsylvania got busted selling meth last month, but not just any meth. He said that he'd gone all the way to Ohio to get it because the meth in Ohio is much better than the local Pennsylvania meth he had to deal with.
Oh, that Buckeye meth.
Buckeye meth, yes.
From what I understand with watching Breaking Bad, there are without a doubt levels
Sliding
of meth.
scales.
Yes.
Yeah, sliding scales. So my mom tells me that meth is very popular in my old hometown. So
And so are face scabs and missing teeth.
that was big before too. So
It's hard to tell.
you can't tell. You're like, okay, is that a meth thing or is that just you live in Logan thing? He was arrested for felony drug delivery as a result, but I've not heard if you know your meth. Is Ohio meth much better than Pennsylvania meth? He says it is. A man in Charlotte County, Florida got pulled over after leaving a bar. And when the cops asked for his driver's license, he gave him his credit card instead. And he said maybe this guy needs a little bit of a sobriety test. He failed it with flying colors.
Oh, we're shocked.
Then on the way to jail, he said, "Damn, I'm buzzed." And admitted he shouldn't have been driving after drinking, and he asked for forgiveness.
Oh, bless his heart. He's so stupid.
Yeah. Bless your stupid heart. A 42-year-old woman in Naples got arrested after she shot a man in the kneecap and then said it was a warning shot.
What did he do?
It is a warning shot. She didn't shoot his head.
Thank you.
She told the cops it happened when the guy was teaching her how to aim a shotgun, and she said it accidentally fired. He said, "No, we were having an argument. She shot me." He's going to be okay, though. It's just a bird-shot shotgun wound to his right leg.
I always wonder how that would work. Me and Kevin go out hunting, and I accidentally shoot him. And it was an accident. But it looks like murder one. It looks like I went out there to kill
It's been
you.
a case before that's happened, yeah.
How do you prove your innocence? If it's just you and the person.
Forensics can look at a lot of different things from angles, trajectories, things like that, and they see, okay, are your stories consistent with what the math and science is saying?
And they look into your backstory too. Was
Yeah.
there any reason that you would have had a grudge against this person?
Yeah.
Are you maybe sleeping with Kevin's wife?
Well, I could see Kevin walking about 10 feet ahead of me and me looking and getting kind of, oh, a squirrel. And then as I'm turning around to see the squirrel, I actually hit the trigger and blow Kevin up in the back.
That's why you and I would never go hunting together.
But then I look like I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I look like
I'm not going to take that chance.
I'm trying to take over the show. There's motives.
He won't even go with you if you have a water gun.
Or a handgun. Big handgun.
What? Did you say a ham gun?
A handgun, and then I wasn't sure if a handgun was real, and then I'm like,
It's real.
A fake hand, like your hand is a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a terrible joke.
There's a woman in China that took her ex-husband to court to demand compensation for all the housework she did while they were together. And guess what? She won.
Really?
Her ex now has to pay her $7,700 in housework compensation.
That's fascinating, ladies.
Yeah, that flies in China. Would it work in the U.S.? Mm-hmm. And what is the problem with naming a park Dude Chilling Park in Vancouver? What do you think? People keep stealing your signs.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, they just put up the third sign and already it's gone. Every time they put up, all right, Dude Chilling Park, boom, gone.
It's a cool sign.
Yeah, like every day they're putting up a Dude Chilling Park sign. You need to order them by the bunches. And finally, it's a crazy story. If you're into bird watching, there's actually something exciting to report for once. a birdwatcher in Pennsylvania spotted a rare cardinal that's half male, half female.
What?
So it's split right down the middle, red on one side and brownish white on the other.
Huh.
Because that's the difference with the cardinals. So there you go. Finally, something exciting to report in birdwatching. Coming up here, we got some random questions for you, including who is the most famous person you met out in public randomly where you also talked to them?
Oh, I got one.
Okay, what was that about? What was it like? Who'd you meet? Who'd you talk to? And what was it about? We'll find out next. Well, earlier we heard of this waitress that was making these viral TikTok videos about the celebrity run-ins that she has, and she was rating them on a scale of 1 to 10 on how nice and cool they were. But what about everybody else out there? Have you ever run into somebody famous out in public randomly where you actually got to talk to them, and how did it go? Now, we run into some of them with the stuff that we do. Occasionally, I've run into a few. There's an NBA announcer named Jeff Van Gundy. I was in an elevator at a Disney property, and he was in the elevator with us, and we had a quick little chat. I ran into Flo Rida at a Miami Heat game in the parking garage, and we had a quick little chat, but it was kind of based off of him already being on our show.
Gotcha.
And he was okay, but I could tell he wasn't like, yeah, cool, man, sit down, let's talk.
So great to see you again, Kevin.
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all.
You
so.
probably got a nod and a.
Yeah, it was
all
like,
right.
yeah, okay, it's super fast. Have you ever just randomly met a celebrity out in public, Virginia, and had a quick conversation with them?
I met Dennis Rodman out in South Beach, and it was just random, and there was no connection to anything, but it was so quick. And he had like all these chicks around him, and you really couldn't you couldn't have a moment with him, but he was having a good time.
You didn't get his attention?
No.
You weren't the hottest chick in the bunch?
No, Pumpkin.
What?
I've aged out.
That's crazy.
For some reason, that story about that pasta in the rear end of the Miami hotel, remember with he and Carmen Electra in 1999?
Yes.
That's resurfaced again today. Somebody's asking him about that.
Really?
Still a thing. Bird, you ever had this?
Yeah, I have. I saw the Boys of Switchfoot. Remember that band?
Yeah.
They were at the
Switchfoot?
Yeah, they were at the Sawgrass Mall. we were doing something for Jingle Ball, and
Okay.
they had hours before they performed, and I saw them at the music store to go, you guys were Switchfoot. And they were the coolest, nicest guys ever. Very cool.
They were, yeah. We did a show with them at Guanabanas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were cool, and the other one was, I just had it in my head. I'm drawing a blank. Oh my gosh.
It's all right, we'll wait.
You're watching a man have a meltdown.
You are. There's behind the scenes issues, and I'm bringing them on the air. I can't think.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Couple people text in their own. Somebody said that, yeah, I partied with Katy Perry right before I Kissed a Girl blew up. It's downtown Clematis. She sat with me and my friends and VIP and told us, I'm going to be big one day, ladies.
Oh, that's cool.
We still have tons of pictures from that night, and she was freaking awesome and so much fun.
Yeah, she came around our old station right before she had hit big, and she had a little beer cooler. She was giving beers out to people. She was a beer fairy.
Yeah, our boss at the time had one of those riding beer coolers.
Yeah.
And she jumped on it and started riding around handing beers out to everybody. But it was just like, nobody knew that she was going to be Katy Perry.
And within a year, I Kissed a Girl came out, and she was a megastar.
Mm-hmm. Somebody texted and said, I ran into Drake in an elevator at American Airlines Arena. I was with my elderly aunt who couldn't use the stairs, and he was super nice and cool.
Aw.
I remember who mine was. Steve Weagle at CR Chicks.
Okay.
And he was very kind, very nice. We talked chicken.
TV weatherman. Very nice. Got somebody who said they ran into Billy Joel 4 years ago before his New Year's Eve concert, and I told him that we were going to and asked for a picture. He seemed a little bothered to be recognized. This was outside the old Key Lime House in Lantana.
I don't think Billy likes to be recognized.
He's not a big fan of that.
He doesn't want the, oh, Billy, I love you.
Well, I saw
take a picture.
I saw an interview he did from 1984, and he was bitching and moaning about people recognizing him back then. So I can only imagine what he's like now.
Somebody said I was in a restaurant in London in the 90s, and Bryan Adams, the singer from Canada, was at the next table. We ate dinner with him, and he tried on my husband's watch. He was a really great, down-to-earth guy.
What happened to him? That guy was huge for so long, and then just one day, nothing.
Mid-'80s to the early 90s, and yeah, he had a good 6-year run.
He had a really big run.
Yeah, he did. He was an A-lister there for a while. Somebody else said that I met Liv Tyler at Patricia Fields in the Village, past Dave Grohl on the street. Yeah, if you live in New York, you'll just randomly run into a lot of celebrities just walking on the street. Somebody else said they saw a Mercedes across the street. They ran over, and LL Cool J popped out. I was with 3 of my teenage girlfriends, and one of them shrieked and said, "Oh my God, it's DMX!"
Oh, no.
Hello was very nice, though.
Embarrassing.
He even signed paper plates for us because
He
he had nothing
signed
else to sign.
DMX.
Yeah, Somebody else said that I also ran into Rachel Ray and was disappointed. She was a total B, didn't really want to chat, and was just very passive. She was displeased when we asked for a picture with her.
Oh.
You never know, though. Maybe she, I'm having a bad day.
Maybe she's a fraud.
Maybe she's a fraud. I don't know.
Somebody else ran into Batista at Busch Gardens. He was awesome. Spoke to us first. That's pretty cool.
Batista's going to be hard to miss. If you're Batista and you're going out in the public, you know you're going to get recognized.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said we were eating at a dive bar, and Peyton Manning was sitting behind us at a table with his friends. We got to talk to him and take pictures with him.
That's
pretty
cool. Remember that time I was at Mellow Mushroom? I told you this. I was sitting out on the patio at Mellow Mushroom, and Jimmy Buffett was sitting out there eating, just being chill with his cap pulled down real low.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody at the table was like, "That's Jimmy Buffett."
I think I told you guys about the time that I got tried to get the autograph of Joe Namath. He was at Foster's Pub,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Hey," I was real drunk. I go, "Mr. Namath, can you please sign this baseball?" And it wasn't even the real; it was a fake Joe Namath. And the guy tried to fight me, and I ended up having to break it up because he got so mad. He was so drunk. I said, "Get away from me!" He was angry about it,
And it wasn't Joe.
It was definitely not Joe. The fake Joe Namath.
The fake Joe Namath has a bad attitude.
Terrible attitude. Didn't want to sign my baseball.
Somebody said that one of my friends had a one-night stand with J.C. Chazet from NSYNC. He was pretty nice. He took care of our suite, the Fontainebleau, for the rest of the weekend and covered the entire tab from pool to room service. He did request some weird things in bed, though.
Really? Like what?
It does not say. It goes ...
Oh, come on. That's the good stuff.
Please tell us what JC needed in bed.
Y'all, we know what ... means. Just explore your thoughts.
Butt stuff.
It definitely means butt stuff.
To him.
Oh, yeah, no, ... means butt stuff done to him.
Somebody met Enrique Iglesias and his wife at Texas de Brazil. They came over to try out our Flow Rider. Flow Rider spent an hour or so with them, and they were cool. Okay, so apparently they're all eating with Flow Rider at Texas de Brazil. That'd be an interesting little thing.
That would be.
They bring the meats.
So does Enrique.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a lot of meat. It's a lot of Hispanic meat in one place. I might go into overload.
You had, really technically Vanilla Ice for you. You saw him out.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was cool with you.
He's very good if you run into him in public. He's awesome, takes pictures. That's why people love him.
I saw Virginia approach Regis Philbin. That did not go so hot. Your Vanilla Ice thing went well. Her Regis, different kind of outcome.
I didn't say anything.
He knew you were right behind his neck taking his picture.
That was my thing for a minute. I would take the pictures of the back of celebrities' heads.
It's the only time I've ever seen Regis not look nice.
Somebody ran into David Ortiz, Big Papi, one of the nicest guys around.
Does well with the fans.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. In fact, that's one of the things that I know a lot of people are going to miss here with spring training going to be firing up on Sunday is I don't think any of the places you're going to be able to get autographs this year with the kids.
Yeah.
So at least they're having spring training, but yeah, it's not going to be something you're going to be able to do. So yeah, some really cool stuff. Very nice. Somebody said, I met Kevin and Jason at Roger Dean Stadium, drunk and total douchebags. Well, there you go.
What?
Get out of here. You can kiss it. You were probably a douchebag yourself.
I doubt that. Y'all would never be douchebags.
They were probably douchey then back. So kiss my ass.
Mm-hmm. And somebody who bartended on Flo Rida's birthday yacht. He was super friendly and so cool. Took plenty of pictures of us.
Oh.
Very cool. All righty. There you go. Some good stories there. What is the scariest encounter you've ever had with an animal, would you say?
I mean, do you want the top 10 or the top 5?
Yeah, you've got a lot.
They always try to kill him, eat him, or maim him.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true.
Mine are on horses. Both took off on me. That can be pretty scary when they do.
A very ravenous ostrich.
Yeah, you were pecked at by an ostrich.
Tried to feed it a stick and it ate my hand.
Yeah.
And my dad laughed.
I'm on Team Randy.
Virginia, do you have a scary encounter with an animal?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I do.
It's good. You're not scarred by them.
Although you've seen me have several. You saw me get pinned by a horse into a stable.
I saw you on your birthday. You were so excited to meet a llama, and this llama was so angry he spit right in Jaybird's face.
These llamas are not the llamas you would think would be that one song, Me and My Mama, Me and My Llama, a very, very peaceful song. No, these llamas are
Me and
jerks.
My mama and a llama?
Yeah.
Jaybird came in for a hug with the llama. The llama was not having it.
Well, they're not very known to hug, and I don't think they like drunk guys either.
Yeah.
Oh, we were drunk.
Oh, it was my first week on the show ever. I was real drunk.
Somebody said I met the Kevin Ralston kind of at a Miranda Lambert concert when I was drunkenly screaming at him. I'm like, hey, you're Kevin from the KVJ Show and the Mexican Queen. He awkwardly kind of waved and walked away. I've had that before just so that people know, like, we'll be out and you'll just be walking by somebody and they'll yell your name. And I wave because I remember one time somebody did that and I kind of went over and talked to them and I could tell they didn't want me to. And it was really awkward and weird. So I'm like, I'll wave, and if you want to come over to me, I'll say hi, take photos, do whatever. But
You went over there, overstayed your welcome, not doing that again.
They got really uncomfortable and weird. And I was like, okay, that was really awkward. I'm not going to do that again.
He's obviously desperate for friends.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I'll wave, like, hey, and then if you want to come on over, come on over. So it's kind of a note. Yeah, that's why I don't go running to you, because I've tried that before.
But you got no problem if somebody comes to you
Not at all, no.
and says, let's take a picture.
Not at all, but I'm not going to run to you because I know maybe you don't want to actually see me. You just want to yell at me and keep going. Well, you brought this up, Virginia, and I was like, yes, I've heard of this. There is a celebrity whose dog walker got shot.
Yeah, so last night, Lady Gaga's dog walker, who was out walking 3 French bulldogs, they're her 3 dogs. The dog walker got shot, and they stole 2 of the dogs and got away. The third one got away, and it was recovered. They found that dog, but yeah, 2 of the dogs are still out there somewhere with the gunman that shot the dog walker.
That's horrible.
It is, and it's not the first story I'd heard. You know, my daughter, she has herself one of these French bulldogs. So I didn't know much about them before, but, you know, she's almost 23, and a lot of her friend group, they all want them. I guess they're ugly, cute, something like that, but they're a big trendy dog to have now, so all of her friends have them, but they're not all created alike. She was telling me, and a friend of hers has one that has blue eyes and these markings, and it's really cool looking. I think she spent $6,000 or $7,000 on this dog, and apparently if you have the blue eyes, I was talking to somebody else that was trying to find one. And they were saying as much as $10,000 people were spending on these dogs. And my daughter was telling me a story. There was a girl that, had been somewhere, was just out walking her French bulldog, and some people beat her within an inch of her life and stole her dog. And this is becoming an issue that, if you have the French bulldog, some people are just brazenly coming up and whooping your behind and stealing your dog.
And Lady Gaga,
how valuable they are.
Lady Gaga's not even here. I guess she's in Rome working on a movie. She's beside herself, and she's offered a $500,000 reward for the return of her 2 dogs with no questions asked.
I honestly don't think she's going to get it, to be honest with you.
Dang.
Because I think it's probably even a circuit of guys who know that, hey, these dogs are so valuable, and they probably have a system to sell them and get the money from them.
And they don't want to take the chance of getting busted by going to return the dog.
Yeah, I don't know that you're probably playing on people who have much of a conscience. If you're able to do that to somebody, shoot a dog walker and steal a dog, are you going to touch on their heartstrings with a small little reward? How much money is she offering?
$500,000.
That's a pretty good amount of
That's
money.
a really that's
okay.
That's a lot of money. $500,000, baby.
Okay, all right.
I don't know, though. I mean, will the dog walker be like, oh, it's going to be a sting as soon as I go, or the dog person, the thief, maybe they wouldn't be able to come back for that because they know they'd get busted.
Yeah. It's interesting stuff. It's an odd phenomenon that I didn't realize how popular these dogs are and how expensive they can be. And then also the threat it puts some people in just for taking one of them out for a walk. But you think about it. I mean, imagine if you were out with a $10,000 purse,
right?
$10,000 shoes, and you're just, eventually you might pass the wrong place, wrong time, and the wrong person who may say, okay, I'm going to take that from you.
He ain't lying.
And will this be a problem, too, where now if she pays the $500,000, all kinds of dog thieves are like, oh, that's what we do. We just kidnap celebrity dogs.
I don't know,
because
maybe.
they'll pay
Right.
with no questions asked to have their dog returned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. Interesting stuff. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got a guy who needs a little bit of help. He was smoking himself a joint. His wife asked him a question, and he said the wrong thing. So what exactly did he say, and what advice could we give him to get him out of the doghouse? We'll discuss next.
Look at you listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
Okay, how do you recover from this dumb comment? Chris sent us an email and said, my wife asked me something the other night, and I answered it honestly, and now I'm in the doghouse.
Uh-oh.
She asked me if I thought her younger sister was prettier than her, and I had just smoked a joint, so I blurted out my answer. I said, yeah, she's prettier than you, but you're way sexier than her. Plus, your body is way better. Well, that apparently wasn't the right answer.
Oh, no.
Now my wife is barely talking to me. She's upset that I said that her sister is prettier than her. And my birthday's this weekend. We had plans to go out of town, and now she says she doesn't want to go. Okay.
Your wife is annoying for even asking the question.
That is an annoying question. I remember I was dating a girl, and I knew not to answer it. She kept on saying, do you think J-Lo is hot? We were watching Anaconda, and I'm like, don't answer the question. She finally, come on, just tell me, do you think J-Lo's hot? I go, well, yeah, she's a hottie. And she got all quiet, and she got kind of sad. She goes, well, I want to be a hottie, too.
Oh, my God.
That's annoying.
It didn't last. It didn't last, Virginia.
That's when it was over.
That's when it was over. I was like, oh.
Girls, it looks desperate. It looks ridiculous.
Well, then you get mad when you given an honest answer.
Your sister is probably cuter than you, but your husband thinks you're sexier and you have a better body, and that's more important with a husband.
That's why I stopped asking the question, do I look fat in this? Because I don't want the answer. I want you to lie.
I know I look fat.
Yeah.
Is there even anything that a guy can do to repair a dumb comment? After you've asked arguably a dumb question. How do you make up for that?
I think time will smooth this over. And, this is a lesson that now you've learned. You can't answer honestly with your wife when she asks you a ridiculous question like that. You have to lie to her and tell her she's the prettiest girl ever.
I will tell you, that is the one thing about any type of intoxicant is it takes you off your game, and it always seems like you step in it when you just need that moment of clarity and focus, and you just don't have it. And it never winds up being an excuse. Yeah, but I just smoked a joint. They don't care.
It sounded like that's what had happened. He was just smoking. He was probably chilling out, and it just came out of his
That's why
mouth.
if you're married, you can never relax.
Never smoke weed.
Interesting solution here. Somebody texted in, said, well, since his wife doesn't want to go, maybe he should just ask if he can take the sister for the weekend.
You know she's hot.
Yeah, there you go.
Dang.
And Michael in the chat said, you know what? Chris just needs to fake his own death and move on. So
Would you be upset if you found out Panda was talking about how hot your sister is and she's hotter than you? Would that bother you?
No, I mean, I'd be happy that, he thought she was hot. I don't look at it like a comparison thing like that. I would never ask him that either. Like, to me, like, I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't matter. And you're only punishing yourself by asking questions like that. Like, what do you care? Like, don't get in his head.
Yeah, and we know the answer to who's hotter, you or your sister. Kevin, me and Kevin, we know the answer.
Oh, by the way, you always say, sister. I think we all know what flavor you want on your...
Well, don't take it easy. Whoa. Take it easy.
On your ice cream.
Coming up, we'll get you the results of today's KVJ draft. We're doing the best songs from the 2000s, the year 2000 through 2010. Gotta tell you, one person ran away with it here today, and one person completely tanked it.
Oh, boy.
We got the best and the worst from today's KVJ draft for you next.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
KVJ draft today was the best songs from the 2000s, the year 2000 to 2010. Suits got the first pick. He goes standard. He goes for the ones, the heavy hitters. Britney Spears, Toxic, Rihanna and Jay-Z with Umbrella, and Nelly, Hot in Her. All big, massive songs.
Probably wasn't alive for any of them.
Not much.
I wasn't born.
Denny's went with NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye, Lady Gaga's Bad Romance, and MIA's Paper Planes. Virginia had Kanye West Gold Digger, Mariah Carey We Belong Together, and Eminem's Lose Yourself. I went with The Killers, Mr. Brightside, Outkast's Hey Ya, and Weezer's Island in the Sun. And Bird had Jay-Z 99 Problems, Amy Winehouse Rehab, and Sade's By Your Side.
Just don't be last, Bird. Just don't be last.
Jay-Bird was last.
Oh, damn, by my side all alone.
You got one vote.
What?
One vote.
You have to work hard.
Your sister voted for you.
You have to work that hard to suck that bad.
You were way in last place.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Punish.
I feel like I do need to get punished.
Denny's wound up next to last. I think the MIA Paper Planes cost him a lot. It's a great song, but
Well, if I had to be in the bottom with anybody, it's Denny's.
You're going to be his bottom?
he's in Denny's bottom is what he's saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's what you just said.
Then we've got Virginia in third place.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I think your Mariah Carey maybe cost you a little bit.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah, just maybe like your overall attitude.
Essence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then finishing second, it was me.
Whoa, the kid, the prodigy.
Yeah.
Suits again?
number one by a good bit.
Dang,
The Googling champion.
Yeah.
The paper champion of this bit is winning again.
He went with the standard hits, and the standard hits won out.
Damn.
He's a champion, but
So.
is he?
That's what you do. That's how you play it.
He don't bump those songs. He don't.
Paper champion.
Yep. All right, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just a bit. You can check it out live on YouTube and Facebook. Easy to do. Before we get to that, Jaybird, if you would wrap it up here today with your thought.
Just something to think about. Dead people receive more flowers than the living ones because regret is stronger than gratitude.
Oh. Deep thoughts.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.